Hello there! Today we are playing Cycle Storm, a deck that is near and dear to my heart because it is one of those decks where your opponent goes, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" And then you're not really sure until you either win or don't. Honestly, who could tell? Oh, I gotta change this because I am not having non-matching Dark Rituals. So, the general idea behind this deck is, oddly enough, cycling a bunch. We only have 4 lands in the deck that make colors. Well, let me phrase that. 4 basic lands. We then have 4 Baron Moors, which I'll cycle, and then 4 Ash Barons that cycle for basic lands. We have Lotus Petals and 12 different rituals. And we'll get to this one in a minute. Blood Celebrant to fix our colors. Our win cons. Another part of the win con. And these are all just here because they cycle for 1 mana. That's literally why they exist. Wait, no, that's not true. These don't. So you might be asking yourself, how does this deck win? We're going to keep it simple. We're going to use Drannith Stinger We'll keep it simple. While Drannith Stinger is on the field, we're going to cycle enough times to just kill our opponent flat out. Because every time you cycle another card while it is on the battlefield, you deal damage to each opponent. And obviously this gets better when we have more of them on the field, but the idea remains the same. The way we're going to make enough mana to do that is we have Songs of the Damned, which makes a black for each creature card in our graveyard. And since we're cycling, we're going to fill up our graveyard quite quickly. And if we run out of creature cards in our hand, we could just Reaping the Graves to get a bunch back to our hand based on how many spells we cast. And with all these rituals, it's not that hard to cast a bunch. Honestly, it's very simple. We also have Dihada's Ploy, which lets us discard a land to do it again from our graveyard, but we draw 2, discard a card, and then gain life equal to the number of cards we discard this turn. So this itself guarantees 1, but for every card we cycled, it's an additional 1 life. And with red running around as much as it does right now, that is very relevant. The sideboard is a little bit weird. Vision Charm we have here almost as a... It is very multifaceted. In that we have 2 things we do. We can phase artifacts out, which can buy us time against a lot of the graveyard hate kind of artifacts, because Relic of Progenitus exists, but also choose a land type and a basic land type. Each and the first type becomes the second chosen type until the end of turn. We do this naming Island, and then turn them all green or something to turn off counterspells, because we'll just go to main phase 2 then. This is how we just guarantee we go off against some control decks. We also have Darkness against the aggro decks. Duress if we need to take out some cards in hand, Snuff Out if we need to kill some stuff. Grizzly Survivor here is if we need to go on the aggressor roll, because they and Horror the Broken Lands here, they both get +2 strength every time you discard a card. So you can cycle a bunch of cards to just make them huge if we needed to be on the attack. Then we also have Pyroblast for, once again, more blue hate, and Gnaw to the Bone in case we need to gain a shit ton of life really quick. Once again, burn. That's all there really is to say about it. This is one of those decks that, like, it looks weird, and the only way to really see it working is to play it, so let's just hop right into it. Alright, match 1, we are on the play. We are against Walk On to Spell. He was last seen playing Fairies 2 days ago. Alright, so what does this hand do? This gets... I think this is fine. Like, we have multiple Songs of the Damned, so if one counter spell stops us, we have other chances to go off. That is the nice thing about this style deck. We can just slow roll a little bit. So we'll start off Mountain, pass turn, and we're just going to wait until their end step to cycle Architects of Will. Now we're going to cycle our Ash Barons here. We're going to get an Island out of the deck, just so we have it for later. Play it out. We will cycle Street Wraith now, just in case we had a relevant spell. Okay, pass the turn. Instead, we will just cycle Imposing Vantasaur. So it looks like they're playing Affinity instead. And God, I love this art. Yeah, Refurbished Familiar. Great card, love it. So we have to discard a card. I'm going to actually discard the Goblin Ritual because we want to refill more. So these are already making 3 mana on a cycle. Next turn, assuming our opponent doesn't stop us, I think we try to go off. Ooh, that's not great. We'll discard the Stinger. Really, another one. That's brutal. We'll discard the Mystical Teachings. And we're just going to go off on our turn, I think. Or at least attempt to. Alright, so. Songs of the Damned. 6 mana already. We're going to cycle this. We're going to cycle that. Okay. So we're specifically building up our storm counts, so our... I can't remember what it's called right now. Reaping the Graves is that much better. Okay, so 1... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we are going to pay 1 red to play out Drain the Stinger number 1. Street Wraith for 2 life. That's nice, but like without another ritual, doesn't do anything. I think we're going to fizzle here. Ritual off the top, please. Damn. Oh, well, that is a ritual for next turn. So we do get to try and go off a little bit again next turn. Opponent draws 2. Okay, good. If they don't have a kill spell for this Drained Stinger, I think we're pretty much golden. We're going to take 6 here, which isn't nothing. That is a lot of damage. We got it down to 9. Alright, looks like we are on our final turn. One way or another. Oh, we could have... Okay, it's fine. So, Ritual. Cycle. Perfect. So, 1, 2, 3. That leaves us with 2. I don't think we get to do that. Let's just discard any card. So I think we have to go bam, bam. Discard a Stinger. Discard a Horror. Now the Cabal Ritual might make this fine. Make a red. Friend Stinger. Cast. So we're going to go Street Wraith. We did this wrong, actually, I just realized. Alright, so on the top we want Street Wraith, Opposing, Healer, or Drain of Horror. We're immediately going to cycle this in case we hit a ritual. Okay. Let's get the rest back in our hand. Okay, so we will cycle this. And I think we have enough to kill. So bam, bam. Well, there's the Cabal Ritual, though it's a moment late. And then bam. And that's lethal. Turn 5 kill. Through triple discard, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. I don't think we really bring anything in except for maybe Gnaw to the Bone, and even then that seems sus at best. There's an argument for Pyroblast to counter their counters, but I think we just run it back as is, unless we find out that they have a really big sideboard bomb. Can we keep this hand? We don't have an initial black source, but we have oh god, 4 cycles. With no ritual, this is a mulligan. Oh, that's so much worse. So 2 redraws with 3 rituals. Well, I'm not a coward. Oh, that's the kind of thing I didn't want to see. Okay, so we should have brought the Journey thing in. Okay, that Lotus Petal is fantastic. That's even better. Play that out, play... Oh, no, we could have saved that for Storm for later. Oh, well. The tricky part is going to be getting them to pop that in such a way we don't just immediately lose. Well, this is most of what we want. Still going to play that out. We'd rather have the extra land to go off later. Okay, that's their own blood fountain. I don't know why I said it that way. We don't run one. Oh, no third land drop. Interesting. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, we will basic line cycle for that. We'll get the blue source since we don't have one yet. Well, all right then. One, two, three, four, five. I don't think we can go off just yet. But the way our hand is set up, like, we can try and go off around the hill spell bomb. Okay. Oh no. We are not long for this world. Yeah, I basically need a second Reaping the Grave to go for right now. Or I need to trick them into cracking it in response to Songs of the Damned, which I might be able to do. Yeah, okay, we can go off next turn, I think. Or we have to try, at least. Also, what's up, Magicus? So I'm going to eat 8 here. We go down to 10. Step 1. Ritual? The ball ritual? Like, the earlier they crack this Nihil Spellbomb, the better off we can go for it. Please crack it on the Songs of the Damned? You don't want me to have 5 free mana, do you? Fuck. Okay, they didn't take the bait. Alright, we got the second Reaping the Grave. Never didn't have it. Storm count is currently 3. I would like more mana, please. I think we did hottest ploy here first to try and get a little bit deeper if we can. We discard the Whore because we want the extra storm count. Okay, so bottom up. This should be where they Nihil Spell after I target them Nihil Spellbomb. If they don't, they're kind of dumb. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we now do it again. Do it before they get to draw the card even. Okay, so we got the 1, 2, 3. Make sure we get the Street Wraith. 4, 5, 6, 7. And we get the Imposing as well. Hope I clicked that correctly. Now, usually I would be cycling these as I draw them in an attempt to get them off of the, or try to get another Songs of the Damned. But I very specifically want to clear the stack first. And I now have the interesting question of, do we plot here to gain the extra life before we dig again? And I think the answer is yes. So make a blue. We're going to plot to dig 2 cards deep. I think we'll just discard the Architects of Will, because I want to gain the extra life. Just because of these. Does opponent have counter magic? They have counter magic. I mean, if they're going to use it, I'd rather them use it now than on our rituals. Let's let the graveyards clear now. Okay, this does nothing. Oh, you know what? I can do this, actually. Because our opponent did fuck up a little bit. Oh, I fucked up. I didn't do it before the Storm Trigger went on the stack. No! I could have gotten an extra 2 redraws there. Alright. Alright, so we did get through a good chunk of deck, but, like, we're still on a 2-turn clock right now. And our opponent just needs one Galvanic Blast to just kill us outright. Which is what I think they're digging for, because they know full well we're just dead to it. Okay, good. Looks like we're not just dead. Alright, we got a ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can crack these to get us up to 5. So let's first cycle. Yeah. Make red red. Stingers. Should we have made white to get out of lethal? I don't think so. And I think our best bet right now is actually to just have double stingers out and pray that we hit a Dark Ritual or a Songs of the Damned. Because having 2 makes it that we only need 10 as opposed to, 20 cycle triggers. Alright, we got 1 ritual. That's unfortunate. Songs of the Damned are bust. Womp womp. If we hit a ritual, Mystical Teachings lets us just win, I think, on our next turn. Oh, they're just going to crack Blood Fountain, get back Proc Clay and Iron War. Yep, okay. They are going to kill us this turn. Next card was a ritual. Oh, fuck, we were so close. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to bring in the Vision Charm this time. And I'm going to cut 1 ploy, I think, since that is very mana intensive. We could cut 2 horrors for the Pyroblast. But I think on the draw, I think we're better off just trying to go for it. And the only reason I'm bringing in Vision Charm because it just respects so much of what they can do. Plus, we could just phase out a land on turn 2 if we need to, or some shit like that. I would like to do first. What does this hand currently do? It doesn't have a land, but it could potentially just go off turn 1. Against my better judgment, YOLO. So let me do the math here. So if I go Petal Ritual, that's 3 mana. 1, 2. Let's assume we hit a 3rd. We could then Songs of the Damned for another 3 mana. This is one of those hands of, like, on a theoretical level, this just works. Or could just work, but it doesn't guarantee it at all. That's very far away from being useful. Am I fine just stopping here and playing the Baron more? If I do this, I can get them both back for next turn, but I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I just play the Baron more past the turn and try to go off next turn, maybe? Or wait till I hit a couple more cyclers. If we hit one more cycler, I think it's fine. Okay, so this literally gets us 2 deeper. That's it. We're going to pass the turn. I think the magic number is 3 cycle creatures right now. Okay, now I think we go for it. So step 1 will be... that's actually a good point. What is step 1 here? So we can go 1, 2, 3, gives us 7. Yeah, okay. So we're going to start off by using the Lotus Petal, which is very weird to do. We're going to cycle first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Black mana, Songs of the Damned. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So cycle you. Ball Ritual. Storm count is only 3. So we get 4 creatures back right now. So this makes this worth it to do first. So we will cycle this before we draw in case we have another songs. It's time. Okay. And we pass our turn there and hope that they didn't spike any graveyard hate. We did successfully refill our hand, though, with a couple of cyclers. Okay, Rector's Bargaining is fine. They'll get to draw a total of 3 cards here. Go up to 22. One red for a Krark Clan Shaman. Okay, that's annoying because it does stop us from just winning on the spot sometimes. We're going to cycle away this Imposing Vantasaur. One has to discard a card. Let us cycle for an island, get it out of our deck, have it in hand for when we need it. Play for when we need it. Cycle the Vantasaur just in case we hit something relevant. And we will pass the turn intending to cycle the Horde, the Broken Lands on their turn. We would like to be able to go off this turn if at all possible, which requires hitting a ritual and, you know, well, going for it then. Vision Charm is nice to have for later. Cycle that bitch. That is fantastic. Now we just need the ritual part. Okay, we have the ritual for next turn. Now we just need our opponent to not kill us. Or have meaningful interaction. Please don't spellbomb me, bro. Please don't spellbomb me, bro. Okay, no spellbomb. Good. So on our turn, we're going to do something cute. We're going to phase out this island. Well, this artifact land. Annoying. Oh, that's a fantastic hit. So, time to DQ. Cast. Target artifact phases out. Listen. And we will then go to main phase 2. Okay. Fair enough, Robin. Okay, then. That just happened. Cabal Ritual? Do you have the Metallic Rebuke? To make me very sad. They have the Metallic Rebuke to make me very sad. Heck on a stick. Maybe we should have just played around that and waited until we had 3 up. I think we're done at this point, because we weren't able to get there quick enough. Want to be doing that digging thing. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I could just play a 5-drop. This threatens to kill the opponent if they don't respect it. Okay, they respected it. That saves us from being on a 2-turn clock as opposed to a 3-turn clock. That's not good. That's not good at all. Fuck. Don't have another refurbished familiar, please. I'd really like if you did not. I don't think we can come back. Oh, you cheeky dick waffle. Yep, I'm going to concede. So they're going to crack their blood fountain to get back the refurbished familiar to replay to make us discard a final card. I approve of that play. That is actually very clever. Alright, we're on the play again. Let's see if we can make this go better. I feel like last minute was definitely winnable. I just not good. This hand's definitely keepable, though. We'll just cycle and get a swamp out right away. Do mine ears deceive me? Is that a Magicus?
It is.
Hello there, Boyle.
Yeah.
What you
So let's see. You are playing a Storm deck. What a surprise.
In my defense, I got violated the other day trying to brew with Modern Horizons 3, so I was like, you know what? This is me. This is for me. I earned this kind of moment.
I have just started on my Final Fantasy V Fiesta stuff.
Nice. I'm going to cycle this because there's a non-zero chance I think we go off next turn. I think we go off next turn.
You know, one of the things I really appreciate about this format is that no matter how many cards they ban from it, they cannot kill Storm.
I mean, they could just literally take out every single card that says Storm on it.
They really tried, and it doesn't seem like it works.
No, Gravestorm still exists. Oh, my bad. Stir the Graves, where the heck... That still has Storm in it.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, the card's fine.
And then naturally it becomes like, oh yeah, here's a storm card that can like win the game somehow. People will find a way.
Nature finds a way.
Life finds a way.
They really do, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at this Baron first and see from there. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Is it
5.
not worth finding or putting a single basic mountain in the deck so you can hard cast
It's inside.
your win can? Okay.
So we only have 3 creatures in the yard right now. I could crack Lotus Petal and just do Cabal Ritual. And then, yeah, I think that's better because that gives us more mana overall. It does mean we need to hit one of 4 more cards in the deck in order to keep going, or not to keep going, but to win eventually. Because we need to get red out, but it gives us the best upsides, I feel. Because we still need to still hit a. Oh no.
Yeah. See, if you had the. What happened?
We're bricking.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's us hitting land, and a Songs of the Damned.
Boom, 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 boom.
So in good news, we do have 2 Songs of the Damned in our hand, and Dihada's ploy to get rid of unwanted cards and gain life, which is very relevant since we're against the burn deck.
You know.
But yes, bump bump ba bum is very accurate. No, I'm not going to pay mana. Oh, don't you dare have another burn spell and a Fire Blast. Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Okay, no Fire Blast.
You don't know that there's no Fire Blast.
No Fire Blast yet. And I'm off to the races. Oh, that is a repository scab. Let the Songs of the Damned resolve. Just let it happen. Dihada's ploy. Draw to discard 1. We discard this Dark Ritual, which is a weird thing to say. Gain 7 life. Or go up to 7, I mean. That's another Dihada's ploy, and I think we are bricked because we don't have access to more blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Opponent needs 2 damage in their hand to kill us.
That seems
This deck
likely.
has very much betrayed us.
If only you had that basic mountain, or
The mountain isn't what we needed.
Well, it could have been.
No, it literally wasn't. We bricked on blue. Like, don't say, oh, if only you had this, when that's absolutely not what we needed.
I know. I'm just making a joke. Calm down. You don't need to.
I'm going to take it hard.
Don't lose it on your own stream.
I will.
Don't let me come into your house and like turn it upside down. What the hell?
Don't get it twisted.
It's okay, guys. Chat. We're having vibes. It's nice. It's cool. Don't worry.
Don't worry. This is our IRL. What's the word I'm looking for? Not chemistry. I guess chemistry.
It's the vibe. All right. We're just here. We're gonna relax.
Just 2 guys.
We're gonna meme. Okay. We're doing a meme.
I think this hand's keep. So we have 2 cyclers, but more importantly, we have darkness for when they try to go for it. You know how much we love darkness.
Imprisoning me, all that I see. Absolute horror. I cannot live. I cannot die.
You get it. Let's start cycling. Okay, the 3rd Reaping the Grave is a little excessive with no rituals. Thanks, deck.
Just a bit.
Good looking out. And opponent gets the fastest start they can with a 2/2 on turn 1 with haste. I would like to draw Ash Barons. I guess I'll play off the Baron more just so I have more black mana in the future. But the deck is doing that thing where it's like, so more, like half your deck is cycling cards. What if I gave you none of them? You know, as decks do.
I mean, that's fair. It does that.
I don't think fair is the word I would use. Deck. Are we going to have words?
Possibly.
I might be doing the saddest Reaping the Graves I've ever done. Cast a spell, please. Any 2 spells, anything. They should have played that earlier. Alright, we're going to Reaping the Graves for 2 spells to basically get a, 2 redraws out of our discard. Because sometimes you gotta make do with what you got. That's a repository scab. That will be... That's a mouse tool for later. Deck. Why have you betrayed me? I think I discard the Mystic Teachings, because, like, I need to be doing redraws more than the anything else, I think. And we don't need blue if it's in our graveyard, because, it has flashback for black.
Mm-hmm.
Right, opponent declares attacks. They have 2 cards in hand. Darkness becomes me. And I go on the record stating this is an absolutely devastatingly sad match for me.
Well, the stream is being broadcast publicly, so I do believe you are on the record.
Shit. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in graveyard. Cycle. Please hit a land or a free cycler. Okay. We're at a crossroads.
You have...
You understand the problem, right?
I don't think you can win if you don't draw it, right? So you just kind of have to hope, I think.
I got a Heart of the Cards hit.
I don't feel like... How are you going to win otherwise? Like, I don't see how this is going to happen.
Alright. So we need an untapped land or a ritual that we can cast. That is neither of those things. We're dead. Oh, there's the Dark Ritual. It was a card down.
Well, we tried.
Ba, 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 ba. Alright, well, we're 0-2. Off to a great start. Real talk, I might just run it back with how fast this league is going. I mean, that's fair, right?
Can be.
This time, we're going to be on the draw. Okay, so. What hand do? I think this hand keep. Me forget how English.
That's not new.
Utopia Sprawl with a forest, so they're probably on pawns, if I had to guess. Alright, Street Rate cycle first. Into yet another Baron Moor. I think we're just going to play the Baron Moor this turn. To set up for future turns, because we do have a Songs of the Damned and a Reaping the Grave in hand. Yep, called it. It is, in fact, Ponza, and they have destroyed our Baron Moor.
Yeah.
So we're going to play our island and cycle an Imposing Vantasaur. And hit another Reaping Grave. So if we have an untapped black mana, we actually get to pop off, I think, because we have a Songs of the Damned and a Dark Ritual now. And double Reaping the Grave, just to clarify. That is a Cabal Ritual. That is a Lotus Petal. That is us going off next turn no matter what, then. This turn, I'm just going to pass. If they land Destructionist, it's fine. I just want to do it with the... I think I just want the extra card draw. Our opponent is Land of War Visionary again. As far as I'm concerned, we're playing Solitaire with the option of our opponent destroying our lands.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like you've probably got a good hold in this.
Okay, so step 1, Lotus Petal. Step 2, Ritual. Horror. Broken lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we cycle this as well. See if we get a land. Okay. Dark Cabal Ritual. We're making double Cabal Ritual mana. Architect's Will. How many creatures do we have here? So we're up to Stormcount 5, and we have 6 creature cards in the graveyard. So we'll read the grave for all of them exactly. And we will get them all back and go from there. So we want to get the Street Wraith first. Opponent just conceded. But they're not even letting us try.
They know what's up.
They don't know what's in my hand. They don't know my struggle. Frank. If a creature...
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. Magicus. Better, sorry. Vision Charm. It says, I change lands to another land type. Utopia Sprawl says enchant forest. If I say forests are now islands, do their Utopia Sprawls all fall off?
That is correct.
Filthy. I love it.
Yeah, as a Merfolk player, this interaction is very important with Tide Shaper, Spreading Seas, and Harbinger of the Tides.
That's why I knew you would know. We'll go down 1 Architect of Will and just run it like that then. But that feels dirty and I love it. Opponent is in the tank about going first, it seems. And by that I mean, you know, what their hand is. So the triple Reaping the Gravesand with only a Cabal Ritual and a tap land is not it, Chief. I think this hand's actually perfectly fine. So we attempt to Baron More turn 1 if they... Yeah, we just Baron More turn 1, turn 2, we'll be able to fix our mana, I think. So yeah, we'll keep this. We are not ready for the Reaping the Graves yet, I think. So we'll put that back in. Though now we're never going to hit one, obviously, right? They hit the good old Utopia Sprawl. Cycle that Street Wraith. We've drawn 3 of our 4 Ash Barons. Love to see it. Love to see it. Baron More past the turn. Show me that Thermokarst. I'm sorry, did you keep a hand with 0 3-cost spells or less?
Could be.
I'm just going to cycle this Ash Barons, get a swamp, play it out, and move on with my life then. I do not feel pressured enough to try and go off, which is for the best since I only have, you know, a creature to cycle right now.
Yeah.
I'm on Fully Acid Moss. That's why I kept the mana up, because now I can get a new swamp. Hey, there's the Reaping the Graves that we wanted to hit. Swamp. Math time. Ritual. Drain of Healer. Possible other hit. Yeah, okay. We'll use 1 ritual. We hit. We hit. We could ritual again to get back more. I already played our land for the turn. Yeah, we played our land for the turn. We go up to 3. Get back. Cycle 1. Yeah, let's do that. So cycle 1 first. And now we were reaping the graves, getting back 3 of our cards. Getting back that straight wave. Alright, and we did replace the reaping the graves, so all around decent turn. Is this another Monvoli Acid Moss? It is, in fact, another Monvoli Acid Moss. Did our opponent just keep like a full, oops, all Monvoli Acid Moss hand? Because that'd be kind of funny.
They probably have the initiative guy in their hand.
I mean, they could have just played it that turn then.
Yeah, but destroying your lands is more important than winning the game.
I don't agree with that at all.
No, well, the thing is, winning the game is slow, and if they don't destroy your lands, there's a good chance you might just win before they initiative you to death. Whereas if you don't have another land and they blow it up, that might be enough to win itself. So.
Okay, so they just got Boarding Party into Avenging Hunter.
Yeah.
That's a 2-turn clock.
Deck is good.
It is good. All right,
but see, here's the thing, like, it's entirely possible you could like win the game this turn, right?
No, it is not. I can throw a blocker in the way.
But if you found like Songs of the Damned, is it not enough to like do anything?
It might be, but I doubt it. Yeah, and we don't hit it anyway. All right, that's game. Dark Ritual wouldn't have got us there. Yeah, like we were kind of a bit away still. There is an argument for duress, but like I don't want to slow our deck down. And actually, the Vision Charm I don't even really want on the play, because the only reason I want it on the draw is because like we're on our turn 1, we could then do it after the Utopia Sprawl and just negate their turn 1 play entirely sometimes. This is a no-go for me, dog. Yeah. This is a no-lander. Down to 5. Yeah, we'll keep this. We'll put away the Repository Scab. And the Lotus Petal, I think? Yeah. And we're just going to Barrenmoor turn 1, turn 2, cycle for a Swamp, and start building up our cycling. So I think our opponent might just, do the pawns thing this turn. Yep. Just please be a Llanowar Visionary instead of a Thermokarst. It is a Thermokarst. Well, there goes my optimism. This does literal nothing right now. Like, we have 3 rituals, one of which it makes 2 make 1 mana, 1 makes 0 mana, and Dahada's Ploy, which does nothing right now. Like, we can't even cast it. And I think we're about to get Acid Moss now. Yep. Alright.
I think that means you die.
I mean, they do need a win condition. Like, there is that.
Yeah. I feel like they're more likely to find a win condition than you are to find lands in time.
So the thing is, like, even just discarding the hand size will grow my Songs of the Damned, and I have that in hand already. And if I can get to 7 cards in graveyard, that's enough to then try to go off, theoretically. And there's a Relic of Progenitus.
Alright, now you are dead.
Now I'm dead. Now it's Dungeon Rings. I am not happy. We're 0-3. I'm definitely going to be running this back, I think. This deck is very hard to pilot, for the record. And that's not just copium. Like, there's a reason why you don't see it that often at high rank. It's just not worth the mental investment. But when it works. When it works. And we got our match. We are on the play against another guy that is playing Gruul Panza. I want to cry a little bit. Deck, I need you to give me any land off the top
I mean,
of that.
if it's any consolation, I went and played some paper fishies today, and I got like Solitude ephemerated to death twice in a row. So
Your butt hurt a little bit too.
it happens. But I mean, yesterday I had a great league, so it's to be expected. Some days it works out, and some days it doesn't.
You take the good with the bad.
Mm-hmm.
In good news, opponent mold to 5. Huh. So you're saying there's a chance. Look at this hand. Look at it. Oh no, look at it. Oh no. Okay. I go off now. Treat Wraith on top, please. Horror. I think we win turn 2 here. Because we just hit another Reaping the Graves. Ritual, Reaping the Graves again, please. So, Street Wraith to hand. Imposing Vantasaur. Same targets. Street Wraith, please. Street Wraith, please. Dranith Healer Cycle. Songs of the Damned. Cycle. Cabal Ritual. There is a non-zero chance of us fizzling from this position, which would be infuriating beyond belief.
I mean, it feels like you've got it from here, right?
Oh no, we definitely have it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go up to 12 mana with Songs of the Damned. I think we're good. Make blue mana with the Lotus Petal. Mystical Teachings. So we get Reaping the Grave. Okay, they just concede. Yeah, so we actually could have just gotten Songs of the Damned, played Songs of the Damned, and then Mystical Teachings again to get Reaping the Grave, get back our entire yard, Lotus Petal, and gone off for the win there. Alrighty then. Sometimes you just go off on turn 2. From mold to 6. And that's why we play this kind of deck, right?
So it seems.
Something, lucky sack of shit.
I mean, that is kind of your hallmark.
My raison d'etre, one might even say.
Yep.
Opponent mulled to 6 so far. We're keeping 7. All right, yeah, so they went down to 6. What do you got? Wild Growth turn 1. Just going to cycle the Street Wraith on their turn to be a hipster. We're going to play the Baron more and see if they have a Thermokarst. Ooh, a tap land. That's unfortunate for them. Reveal top 4 cards of your library. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard, create an Eldrazi spawn. Neat. So a permanent. So their options are land, Avenging Hunter, or Wild Growth. So we have Dark Ritual and can cycle up to 3 on our turn. I don't know. I think we have to do that just to build up our graveyard for Cabal Ritual later. Especially since we just hit a second Cabal Ritual. Cycle. 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 That is a third Cabal Ritual. That seems mildly excessive. I will not complain. We need to fade land destruction 1 turn. One Holy Acid Moss time. That's Utopia Sprawl. Yep, there's the Thermokarst. Okay. Yeah, right now we're just waiting until hit another land. Okay. Message received, deck. The deck has decreed we will win by Cabal Ritual. We have Exodia in hand, look.
Uh-huh.
It was just like, hey, would you like to have...
It would be... I was going to say, it would be really fucking funny if, like, you won without ever playing a land.
I already played one and they strip-minded, or Thermokarsted it.
Okay.
Like, we just need one more, like, one untapped land, and we just get to go off to the races. Alright, Street Wraith. Heart of the Cards me. That is a tapped land. I will play it. Opponent has 2 cards in hand, so they don't necessarily have the kill, or the land destruction. But if they have another boarding party, we are just dead on the spot. That is an Acid Moss.
Merd.
Hmm?
Said merd.
Yep. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15 hits in the deck. Yep, that's one of them. Double Lotus Petal Cabal Ritual, let's go!
That's what I'm saying. We're going to win the hard way.
Fine, I'll do it myself. I will go down to 2 for my own Street Wraith. Oh no. I can't even use my Street Wraiths now. Like, my Street Wraiths are effectively dead.
Don't cycle that one.
No, I know.
Be very careful not to click that one.
Don't click that one. Never click that one.
Might be casting the Street Wraith if things
Nope,
go
nope.
badly.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I got this. I got this.
All right.
Trust. So I'm going to actually get to use the Street Wraither too. Watch, because I'm going to get my island out of my deck. I'm going to Dark Ritual. I'm going to island. Use the island to then use Tejada's Ploy from my... Actually, I'm going to first cycle the Stranded Stinger. Going to cycle this one. That's the Songs of the Damned, baby! So yeah, then we're going to Tejada's Ploy. Discard a Swamp. Draw 2, discard an Ash Barrens. Go up to 13 life! We're in! You're saying there's a chance! Oh no, I'm back down to 7 life. I could have actually gotten more out of that, but I'm mildly panicking. Where is my reaping? There's my reaping the graves. Okay. I was getting concerned. I think we get there. Just a hunch. Storm count 12. And opponent concedes. They just concede the match. So, to clarify, we were going to get to go 12 cards deep there. And in 12 cards, we would have had to hit, like... I don't think we mathematically could lose from that position at that point. Because we still had two more Lotuses and Blood Celebrant in the deck. Any one of those would let us get our Dreadnought Stickers onto the field. We get 2 Dreadnought Stickers on the field. We have another Songs of the Damned in hand. We didn't hit either of our tutors. We didn't hit our repository, whatever. I think we were good at that point. We got a match! We did it!
You got one!
You got one! Oh my god. I feel like I need to run this league back, though, just because it feels like I'm not doing the deck justice. But again, like, we were close to going off, like, every single match, and just, you know, sometimes you fizzle. It's that simple.
It's true, it does happen.
You know, what are you going to do, right?
That's normal, like, it happens.
Borbs was last seen playing Burn 10 days ago. So am I going to play 2 Burn decks and 2 Ponza decks in the same league, proving that this format is very, very boring sometimes with how many people just run the same decks? Yep, there it is. I don't get it. Like, the nice thing about Pauper to me is you can afford to own 7 different decks. And nobody takes that logic like I do. Like, you get what I mean, right?
I mean, yeah, like, I have a bunch of cards for a bunch of decks. I just usually only play, like, 1 or 2.
Whereas I think I have enough... I think I have the top 8 most played decks in the format as something I can just run at any given moment. Oh, that is a terrifying start on my opponent's side of the field.
See, the thing is, to me, like, again, this is another format Modern Horizons really largely dictates because of all the artifact lands and stuff that it introduced, so...
Yeah, that was Modern Horizons 2 specifically.
Yeah, but and it changed the feel of the format a lot, and so, like,
Yeah, now it
a lot of
doesn't feel
the...
good.
a lot of the old decks that I like to play are not necessarily like anywhere remotely close to what they used to be like. Like even like mono blue, or I'm sorry, mono black devotion. Like I can't play that anymore because like
Oh, that deck is dog now. It's just dog
yeah.
water.
What you need to be playing like the Deadly Dispute kind of engines in your deck if you want to keep up. The card advantage is just ridiculous now.
Mm-hmm.
When you have like Experimental Synthesizer and like all the core Skyfisher engines going on, like yeah, it is. You can't you old Pauper is dead the same way that like old Modern is dead. Like you have to fucking adapt with the times and so I don't know like
Oh, this is cute. Watch this. So we got to
the
6 mana.
decks are. I was gonna say like the decks are cheap, but at the same time you do still kind of have to keep up with them, and it's just a. It's not expensive. It's just an investment of time that I just don't care to put in. So I usually just focus on like one or two decks. So all right, yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to finish my thought there.
No, it's perfectly fine. But no, I was able to do a cute little line there with Blood Celebrant and Repository Scab.
Oh,
Yeah, so I managed to get just enough mana to play Repository Scab to get back my Songs of the Damned from the yard.
hmm.
I am in a very bad spot now, though, because I am Uno. I'm at Uno. And it is a dead card. Opponent has a Goblin Grenade in their hand. Not okay with that. Didn't know that got reprinted as a common at some point. Or I'd forgotten. Probably repressed that memory. That's really rough, though. We got down to 42 cards in deck, and we didn't hit a single storm spell to refill later.
Happens.
No, it does. We're down to 11. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. They're paying 2 for something. Oh, they're playing Goblin Grenade. Are they double Goblin Grenading us? They just double Goblin Grenaded us. We're at 1. That is rough. And we drew Dahada's Ploy, which we physically can't play unless we draw an island or a...
Ash Baron.
No, because we need blue. And they
Can't you cycle the Ash Baron for an island?
But then we'd have to wait another turn.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's okay, they had the Galvanic Blast anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, no, like, we fizzled when we tried to go off, and that was that. Nod of the Bone isn't actually good against them because they don't run... Like, we won't be filling up the yard fast enough, I feel. Darkness is potentially it, but I think we're better off just trying to race them. I don't know if that's true. Because, like, alternatively, like, what do we cut to put in? Like, Drain of Healer is fantastic if we can get that online, like, on turn 1 or 2. Let's assume we cut the Architects of Will. We can bring in Nod of the Bone and the Forest. Run it like that, maybe. That actually seems pretty good. So what does this hand do? Actually, this hand is pretty legit. It only has 1 Cycler, but, like... Well, 2 if we count Baron Moore. But, like, we have triple Rituals for... Yeah, I think we keep this. And just hope that we hit, like, running Cyclers in the near future. Yep, okay. That's perfectly fine. Next turn, we'll probably Dark Ritual just to make sure we double cycle. Beautiful. So, Dark Ritual, we will cycle the Ash Barons to get our Forest out of the deck, play the Forest, use the black for the Baron Moore here. use the green for the Draenith Healer just in case we hit something that requires black specifically. And then cycle the Ash Barrens while you have the mana up for our island. And pass the turn as is. So we can gain 4 life off Gnaw to the Bone now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in yard only. We are close to being good, I think. No, we're not there yet, don't get me wrong, but we're close. Your wheel is super loud for the record.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's an old mouse.
Maybe you get a new one?
Yeah.
I still need to bully you into playing Final Fantasy so we can just play that on weekends when you or weekdays when you want to do nothing else. Not the one you're playing, obviously. I mean the one that we can actually play together. This hand now does nothing. We'll just play the island that they know about and pass the turn, I think. Deep up Gnaw to the Bone. Got the Rebirth. Yep. That is a play you're legally allowed to make. Oh no, don't do it to me. Oh, that's illegal.
That's illegal!
It's a Relic of Progenitus.
I know. Yeah, it's bad.
We go down to 8. I would like to report a hate crime.
Yeah, I hate crime too.
Now listen here, you little shit.
Crime's bad, I'm good. Don't do crime.
Okay.
Crime's bad.
So I think we actually have to try and, like, pseudo go off here. I don't even know if that's the correct phrase, but, like, we need to Gnaw to the Bone safely. Oh, we can't actually Gnaw to the Bone because they'll just exile in response. Well, nothing for it. I just got to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and they just have lethal. Like, I forgot that they can just pop it while it's tapped even.
Yeah,
I would have only
unless
gained
they
6
forget.
anyways. There's no way in hell they forget, right? They must just be like, they just let it resolve. You know what, opponent? Why not?
Maybe they're worried that you're gonna just like reaping the graves in response or something.
That's the only thing that would make sense to me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a lot of damage coming at my face.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay, they do exile for the relic. And we basically need a miracle at this point. Go down to 5.
Looking for some saving.
Show me potato salad. Holy crap, we might have just said potato salad. It is not potato salad. Alright, on to game 3. Move along. Oh, no, wait, that was the final match. So things could have gone better.
Oh, yeah.